What's up, Merch Minds Podcast, episode number 77. My name is Glenn. This is Yang.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello. I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
It's been a rough week.
Are we going to go into that a little bit or not really?
No, man, I'm an open book, man. I'm transparent. I'll share anything and everything that's going on in my life. You guys should know that by now.
Okay. That's what I like to hear. What about merch stuff? Merch is good?
No,
And yeah, merch is garbage right now.
no,
Yeah,
which is not good.
merch has been garbage.
It's a roller coaster. That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's
well,
up and
right
down.
now we're on the low end of roller coaster then.
But yeah. You know what? As always, let's just start the show with our numbers.
Look at that dog back there. Did you see
You
him
like,
right now?
huh?
Did
Hey,
you
that's
see him
my
right now?
employee, man. That's my VA.
Uploads and everything.
I pay him with kibbles and bits.
There you go. What do we go? Oh, you said numbers first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You going first or me?
I can go first, man.
All
Last
right.
7 days, 92 shirts, product purchases for $1,956.28. Estimated royalties 465.72. So not bad, but it could be better, right?
That could be way better. We had way better numbers last week. Oh no, it was switched last week. You were doing better. Now you're doing. I was doing better last week. Now you're doing better this
You know,
week.
I'll be honest with you, I could never remember what my numbers were the previous week. I
Oh
got so
man,
many things going on in my life. Like I'm always constantly thinking about things, and it's just I forget stuff, man.
I'm monitoring because I need to know if I'm doing good from week to
Hmm.
week out. In this case, no. Today
No,
products sold 116. Estimated royalties 383.62.
man,
So,
your number. So they went down.
they went down a lot. I think last week I was a little bit under like 500.
I was gonna say because that seems really, really low for you.
Yeah, I think today, what did I sell? I think today I've sold 8. Now, one of the days, I think it was on Wednesday. One of the days, no, it was the day after that. Remember how there was a day during the week that someone posted several groups, like everyone's like, what's going on? And it was like complete mayhem. It was around like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, you
And
see those posts all the time.
and
Yeah.
then yeah, and then you were like, I only sold 3 shirts today. That's the day that you went live.
Oh, was that today? See, you
Yeah.
probably do. You know my life better than I do, man. I can never keep track of stuff like that.
Yeah, that was the day you went live, and you said that you
Okay.
sold 3 shirts that one day.
There
I don't
was a
know if it
day
was
this week.
Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't remember.
There was a day this week that I sold 3 shirts for the whole day, and I have not seen numbers like that since like I first started merch, right? Like the 25 tier, maybe the 100 tier. I've seen multiple single digit days, and that's not normal for me.
Yeah, and I remember, so that day, I know you sold 3, I sold 15. The day after that, I sold 3.
Wow.
So like, I don't know, that was during the time that we just saw like pure frustrations, I think more than usual.
Mhm.
And now, it still is that, but
Okay. Well, I'm seeing just it's not even a pattern, man. It's just up and down, like every other day or every other week. For me, it's just, like I said, I'll have single digit days, which is really unusual. But then 3, 4 days later, my numbers will spike to like 18, 19. Like
Mhm.
yesterday, I sold 19 shirts, which is good, right?
Mhm.
I woke up this morning, I had like 9 t-shirt sales, and then ever since then, nothing. Like it just stopped.
Yeah.
So who knows what's going on, right? Um, but but yeah, I mean, we'll talk about that Facebook Live that I did earlier this week. But um, just the thing that was stressing me out this week was taxes. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I just don't like doing taxes. It's a stressful time of the year for me. Just having to go through my bookkeeping and seeing if everything's on point, and just checking all the numbers, and it's just gosh, it's stressful. I lose sleep over it, and I'm just glad it's over. I'm glad it's over. Uncle Sam, and I posted this in the Facebook group. This bastard kicked me in my gonads this year, man.
I know. I thought you were gonna start kicking people in the throats because you were just frustrated. I was
Ah,
like,
dude,
man, this guy's going off.
but you know what, man? Here's the thing. It's part of doing business, right? It's just, man, when Uncle Sam came through this year, this boy wasn't playing, man. This fool, man, he out there popping bottles with our monies over in the Caribbeans.
Oh yeah, it doesn't mess around. Every
He
year doesn't
acting
mess
a
around.
fool out there, man. But you know what? I'm just glad it's done and over with, right?
Yeah,
It's essentially, even though the year started obviously on January 1st, for me, I'm going to consider this a new year until I do my taxes again next year.
yeah.
Um, so just glad that's over with. But speaking of the Facebook Live video, um, yeah, I did a video. I don't know if it was you. Someone had asked me, "How come you don't do the Facebook Live videos?" And I was like, "Oh, this might be a good opportunity for me to do a Facebook Live video." So I was at
There we go.
work.
There we go.
It was like 6:30 in the morning. I'm an early bird, man. I get
Yeah,
up
what are you doing
early.
at work at 6 in the morning?
Hey, dude, I don't mess around, man. I'm in and out. Okay, I'm like I'm like the burger chain. I'm in and out. Okay.
He's there from 6, gets off at noon.
Um, no, I think it was 6:30 though. But anyway, so I did a Facebook Live video and I just kind of vented my frustration.
Hmm.
And basically, what I said was this: I am no longer designing any shirts for the time being. Okay.
Yeah,
Because it doesn't make sense for me to design T-shirts, right? To put out these designs when they're not selling,
yeah.
right? So I'm not going to waste any more time until I see something change on Amazon, until I start seeing a pattern of the new design selling.
Hmm.
Until then, I'm no longer designing my own designs right now. I'm going to put that on the pause and I'm going to focus my efforts on other things. Um, like maybe Etsy or in the Amazon Printful integration, things like that. But I'm no longer doing my own designs. However, I do have designs coming in. For those of you guys that know, I'm now using Penji. I've been using Penji for the past couple of months. More than happy. And what's funny is when I did that Facebook Live video, Glenn,
Hmm.
I started getting tons of messages. What the hell is Penji? What's Penji? Tell me more about Penji. Just to let you guys know, we did an interview with Jonathan, the founder of Penji, several episodes ago. They're a design agency, where you can hire them, pay a a monthly fee, and they offer unlimited design services. That's what I'm using. Okay, I can't, it's funny because I say this all the time, but I get people asking me all the time, well, how do you compare that with other design services? I can't. I've never used other design services, so I can't compare, but I'm completely satisfied with what I'm getting. Um, so if you guys are interested, let me know and I can give you guys a discount code that the founder, Jonathan, was generous enough to provide for 10% off. Let's
There you
see.
go.
Yeah, so dude, I'm not going to be designing anymore until I see. I mean, I don't know. I mean, how about you, man? Are you still doing designs?
No, I just been uploading the ones that I mean, my brother still has quite a bit of them that I haven't even uploaded. I think
Okay,
I did like a
okay.
hundred of them on Monday. Uploaded all those. But the same thing that we've talked about over and over again. I just haven't seen the results on the newer ones in a good while. Most of them are just the older sales.
Yeah, yeah. Although today I did sell a design that I uploaded maybe a couple months ago. Haven't the first time selling it. Um, but I mean, for the most part, I'm not selling anything, so I'm focusing my efforts into other things.
There we go.
Let's see. Bay Area meetup. Finally, we have the date, May 12th. Miss Christina Romero and we are hosting it here in San Jose. We posted it in the Facebook group. If you guys are interested, go check it out. We also posted it in the Jersey, California edition Facebook group. Hey, man, the Jersey guys, dude, they're like starting to create a cult or something, man. They got like freaking like 10 different Facebook groups. You got like the
How did that
Jersey
happen?
edition, the Texas edition. The California edition. I think I saw like a Vietnamese edition coming out soon.
What's the deal with these guys?
I, I don't know, man. They're starting a damn cult, man.
And not only that, did you see RJ stealing our ideas for Instagram? Like, remember how we had like podcasts, like a little 30-second little like intro thing that I was posting? Now RJ does the exact
Oh,
same thing.
RJ, you little
And
thief, you freaking copycat. The Instagram copycat.
look at this guy. I know.
That guy. Nah, man, we love RJ though. Just giving him a hard time.
As
And
usual.
yeah, and we're gonna keep these intros short because we have a really fun edition episode that I'm really looking forward to. But just one more word that I just wanted to mention. Mary, she was one of the organizers of the meetup in Southern California. I don't want to go too much into details, but everyone just send her some prayers and send her some good positive vibes. She's okay, but just that's all I'm gonna say. Just Mary, we're definitely praying for you, and hopefully things will get better. If you need anything, please let us know. Um, let's get into today's show, man, because I'm really excited. I wanted to keep the intro short, and I even told Glenn, I was like, "Yo, dude, we got to keep the intro short because this is someone that I've been really wanting to talk to." If you guys haven't heard by now, this dude's been he's been like what everyone's been talking about lately, right? The guy's been going on the world tour, talking to everyone, been on every show. I think he even went to Jerry Springer a couple of times. Um, dude, we're talking about no other than Mike Gall. If you don't know who he is, you're obviously you've been living under a rock because the guy is weird because like I remember Glenn like about a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago. I remember seeing a couple of videos that he had put out,
So
and it
did I.
just
I remember that.
yeah, right. And then
Hmm.
I remember seeing a couple of videos, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then he kind of went under the radar,
Yeah.
right? And then the last 3 weeks, the guy came out of nowhere and he revealed what he's doing and his numbers. And for those of you guys that don't know, um, he did over $1 million in royalties with just 150 shirts live. And we're like, oh my gosh. We're like, so everyone's been on his jock strap. They all been talking to him. Everyone's interviewed him. I know RJ and Matt, they just interviewed him this past Wednesday.
Hmm.
And I told Glenn, dude, we got to get this guy on board because I mean, I want to pick his brain as well. I mean, we apologize if all this information is repetitive, but I mean, I for one, I can't get enough. I mean, I just want to hear him talk more. And again, this is an opportunity for us to ask our own personal questions. Yeah, let's get into that interview. This guest needs no introduction. He's been going on a world tour the last few weeks. He's someone. And Glenn, you and I was talking about this. He's someone I remember watching like a couple of his videos, right? And then and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's great that he's doing that. And then he fell off the radar. And then the last few weeks, he came up out of nowhere, and everyone wants a piece of him, Mr. Mike Gall. Hey, did I pronounce your name right?
No, but it's cool. It's like it's Gual. It's like
Gual.
Wall with a
Okay.
G. That's all. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's
See,
cool. And
that's see,
everybody
that's what
gets
I
it wrong,
thought.
man.
That's what I thought. But Glenn was saying, no, that's not how you pronounce it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Blame him, right? Yeah.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
It's just we'll blame Glenn, man. No worries, man.
Hey, welcome to the show, man. Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah,
Dude,
appreciate you guys having me, man.
dude, I've been watching just about every video that you've been on now for the past 3 weeks, and I tell you what, man, I can't get enough, man, because what you've done. Like your story is just so inspiring. And for those of you guys, for some reason, don't know what Mike's done, the guy is on. I don't even know what tier you're on, but you have what, like
Uh,
150 shirts,
yeah, I'm on tier. Yeah, I'm on tier 14K, 14,000.
14,000. He's probably utilizing like about 1% of that. You have like what, about
163 designs up.
163 designs, 163 designs, um, and you did over $1 million in royalties.
Yeah, I mean, I can give you. I mean, you want to know where I'm at today? Like this month? I
Sure.
mean, yeah,
Tell
I
us your
wrote all
numbers
this.
because you know we're all about numbers on this show.
Yeah, so I am, and this is for this month already. I'm at 71,323 shirts sold. So that's 1 million, and we're selling shirts at 25.99, right? With
Right.
like high, and we, you know, it's a little bit different because it's a business, right? We don't like start off low or anything like that. So we're at 1,853,684.77. And so the royalty that I split with the tire company is $707,524.16. So my share of that is $353,762.08. And this year so far, you know, we're at over 221,000 t-shirts sold.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I mean, you know, Mike, and again, and thank you for being here. And I know you've been on everyone's show. But I don't care, man. I can't get enough of you.
Thank
Um,
you, bro. I appreciate it, man.
dude, that is so inspiring. So like I said, man, I remember a couple years ago, man. I watched. I was on YouTube. I did a merch by Amazon search, and a bunch of your videos, came up. So, what made you go this route? Because there's probably like a dozen ways you can do merch, right? You can do what most of us are doing, which is just trying to fill up the slots.
Mhm.
Ken's doing the whole licensing, and there's a dozen ways. What
Mhm.
made you go this route?
Sure. So I'll give you a little bit about me, okay? So the people they know, right?
Sure.
I'm a window cleaner by trade for 25 years. So when I started to get leads to my business, I was using a lot of the stuff that you see that come in the mail, the throwaways, they add the value packs and all that kind of stuff. They have offers on them. So that's how I was getting leads. So I basically, when merch came out, I started in September 2015. I wasn't really interested until Chris Green said, "Hey, we're going to be teaching a module on how to do this for local." So that's something I actually paid for. It was like $47. And then Chris, went through how you can go in and talk to a business and also talk to like bands, like you can do t-shirts for them too.
Mm-hmm.
So I just took my sales skill and applied it to merch. And I looked at merch as a tool because I have a local ad agency, that I do Facebook ads for, that I do Google ads for, and YouTube, and web design.
Sure.
You name it, we do everything. And I network with people that are experts at it, and they do the work, right? So I just looked at merch as a tool for me to get my foot in the door with a client, with a business, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I would target, like I said, I would target businesses that that are spending money on ads. Those ads that you see that come to your house, they're like, they cost $4,000 a month to run those full page ads. They're super expensive. So I looked at it as, an owner, and one of the things I wanted to excuse me, show too, is that that you can walk into a business and talk to them about merch and then walk out with a check for $250 for setup fees, right? To set up them in your account.
Mm-hmm.
And while you're waiting for your royalties, right? So this is something I just came up with. I just tried stuff and it worked. And I just kind of rinsed and repeated, like that what worked. And I figured, like, listen, if I want to go and talk to an owner about this, I want to get paid. You know what I'm saying? So I say to everybody, what are you worth, right? You don't have to charge $250 if you don't feel comfortable doing that. Charge $100, but get something. I say this because you don't want to walk in and just do something for free. The business is not going to take you serious. If you're charging something, they'll take you like, oh, this guy's a real business. So I just, like I said, I went in and my first business that I picked up was a pizza place, right? And merch was brand new. So when Chris talked about this in October, I went out the following day and I went into the pizza place and I talked to, I walked in, I purchased a pizza, And I struck up a conversation with the guy, and then for about 20 minutes. And then when the pizza was done, he went and handed it to me. And I said, look, how would you like me to show you how you can get more leads into your business using Amazon? So the guy was like, he knew what Amazon was, but he was like, how's Amazon going to help me? Right. So back then, bro, I didn't have like t-shirts to show him or mock-ups and all that stuff. And bro, I'm not really good at all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I just went out to my car and grabbed my tablet and just opened up the merch platform, the Merch by Amazon platform, and just showed him. He showed him the royalties and everything. I just walked him through it, and he took a chance on me. He said, "Yeah."
Wow.
So that, it's just asking. Young, it's just going out and ask. You don't know. And so so I go to find out so I got the $250 to set him up. I took his design and I put it in my account, and then the cool thing about this, they're running the promotions. All they got to do is make a little change in the advertising, and they run the promotion. You don't have, it's like they're already spending the money on the promotion, right?
Right.
So all they have to do is make one little change, and then just run that promotion, and they get sales. People are going to see. So what I do is I have a picture. I have a picture of a T-shirt and a QR code. Are you guys familiar with QR codes?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's on one of the offers on his page, we put a picture of a picture of the T-shirt and with a QR code in it, right? And the people can go take their phone and use their camera, scan the QR code, and it takes them to the Amazon listing of their shirt. The people buy the shirt, and then they wear it in to get the offer. So whatever the company's, it could be like, they can have an offer like, buy one pizza, get one free. Or like for families, they have this like special of, they have pizza, 2 pizzas, breadsticks, soda, all that stuff for like $30, and they get half off if they wear the T-shirt in. You know what I mean?
Just one person or the whole family?
Well, there's only one person for the family has to buy the shirt. And when the cool thing is they only have to buy the shirt once, and they can wear it in when they run the promo again to get the deal. But you like I said, you want the customer to do one thing, right? You don't want to like send them to a landing page and all this stuff. You want the customer they read what it says. You get off, if you buy the shirt, you get this much off on the meal or whatever they're promoting, or if it's a service or whatever, they click on and they buy right on the spot, and then the next time they go in, they have to wear the T-shirt in though, because what I found out is that people will go in and to show the receipt that they bought the shirt, buy get the offer, and the company's still making money, but they go back and cancel the order on the shirt.
Oh, those cheap bastards.
Cheap sons of bitches. Yeah, so they cancel the order, and then like you lose a sale on the shirt, right?
Right.
So I was telling the owners to just make sure they wear that in. So if somebody, like the pizza shop has grown from then. They have 8 locations now. So they're selling they're selling 250 to 300 shirts a month. But I want people to like not look at what I made. Look at that. Like that's a small business, right? 8 stores. But I'm making $1,240 a month from them. You know what I'm saying? Which is like, how many times do you have to do that, right? Or how many T-shirts do you have to sell to make $1,240, right? Quite a bit, like 200 shirts. I don't know, depending on what you price stuff for.
Right.
So,
right.
That's the power of this stuff. And there's no competition. And
and that's the thing. You and I were talking. When did we talk? Was that Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yeah, like 2 days ago. Yeah,
it was like 2 days ago. You and I were talking, and we talked for like 30 minutes. And you were saying, "Young, the beauty of this model is there's no competition. I don't have to worry about no freaking copycats, no keywords. They provide me the design. All I'm doing is just uploading it.
That's it. That's all you do. And the beauty is that the promo, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying target. I do direct response marketing. So that's why I'm saying target those types of businesses. You know what I mean? They're spending the money. The ad's already done. They make one little change. You give the stuff they give it to their artist. They change it. And that's it. It's so simple. And like you want the customer, like I said, to do one thing. Buy the shirt right there. and walk in. It's like I was saying, this is what I've been doing for the last 2.5 years, and like I said, I just been trying things on the fly and seeing what works, right?
Mm.
And have a blueprint like I do now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been doing, and that's why these are real businesses. That's why I'm doing so well. Businesses are in the business to make money, right? That's why.
Of course.
That's why there's consistent sales. Restaurants are running promos. They're getting, they're selling every day. So that, when you throw a design up, it's like throwing stuff at the wall, right? You don't know. I mean, if the design's going to sell or not. So this is the beauty of this. And it's like and the thing too is I can teach this to everybody, and I still wouldn't have competition because I'm not going to your city. You're not coming to mine. I'm not going to Glenn's. And we can all, even if you and I lived in the same city, bro, we would never bump into each other.
Well, I would say this: anyone coming to my territory, I'm breaking kneecaps. Okay, I'm gonna put that out there right now. Okay, I got my Negan Lucille baseball bat waiting for anyone that comes into my territory. But Glenn, did you have any questions for Mike?
So let's say they run an ad on the print ad, you get it in the mail, you explain to them about the whole Amazon thing. Do anywhere on the ad, or does it say anywhere on the ad, like, buy this from Amazon, and have Amazon's name and or logo anywhere on this ad, or just like QR code, buy from here?
QR code, buy from here. Nothing to do, with Amazon at all. Okay. But I do explain to them that, you can put their T-shirt on Amazon, where they don't have to keep inventory, right? They can order one at a time. You guys know that one at a time. They have all the colors, right? All the sizes. Because when these places order locally, right? What do they have? Small, medium, large, extra large, 2X or whatever. They have to keep all those sizes in there if they're selling them, right? With Amazon, you got the men's, the women's, the youth, and they can just go to, they send them what I call is the sample link, when you go to upload your T-shirt. That's what we use to track the sales.
Yeah.
So you can see where everything's coming from, because they want to see what the sales are coming from, so that they can, see where they need to put their money.
Yeah.
If they're running a little slow in an area, then they know they need to invest a little bit more money in that area.
What about an example of like a company or something that they need shirts for the actual company? So like they wear T-shirts every day for new hires. What about that example?
Okay. Yeah, there you go. So you create another private link, right, that you give to them, to the business, and we price those shirts. We price super low, right? Like $12.95. So there's no, because they're not trying to make money, right? So their people can order the shirts from there, and they can keep track of where their money is going. Because like one of the issues I was running into with the tire company is that having to keep all the T-shirts in stock, and people just walking off with them, and then they had a box of shirts. And they showed me this stuff. They had a box of shirts, and they were spending a lot of money. So now they can track all that. They give that to the employee, and then when they get their paycheck, they reimburse them for the shirts. They make it real simple, so they can keep track of how many shirts they're selling. So that's another way I'm saying you can use it for their employees that way.
So let me ask you, Mike, because I know when we were talking, and by the way, we chat all the time now, man. We're like freaking best friends on Facebook, man. It is ridiculous.
I just I know who you are, but just
thank you.
Like all the time. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I'm glad we linked up. So for instance, like the pizzeria, you said they have 8 locations, right?
Yes.
So each location is getting their own private link.
Yes.
So that way you can, okay. But so what I asked you last night was, well, what's stopping the pizza place to just make it private, right?
Live.
Yeah, to make it live. So now anyone, right, could buy the shirt, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna, yeah, I'll answer that. I mean, like, first of all, it's for tracking purposes, right? They want to know where the sales are coming from. That's why they have each store has an individual, right? And two is they don't want to sell to the world. You know what I'm saying? That's not what they're looking to do. They want to see if they just sold everything live. For one, they can't track everything, right? It's just one shirt. You got 8 places ordering from the live link. And how do you track how many sales are coming from each store? So that, they want everything targeted. Direct response is targeted, to a certain area. So that's what they want to do. I mean, they could do that, but they don't. They want to,
because my thinking was, I mean, so in a couple of days ago after we talked, I may or may not have my first client, right? But anyways, but when I posted that in the group, RJ, he obviously interviewed you this past Wednesday, as a joke, he goes, "Oh, young strips, hitting up the strip clubs." And in my mind, you know what? I am gonna go to the local strip club now.
I did one.
Dude, I messaged them,
yeah,
and they responded, and he's like, "Okay, I'll get back to you." But my thinking was this: so the strip club, and a lot of people would think, "Oh, that's not very ethical." Come on, guys, come on, come on, give me a break, right? I'm trying to make money here.
I'm a gentleman.
I'm a gentleman. I'm a gentleman at a gentleman's club. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Dude. Don't judge.
Yeah, don't judge me. But he said he'll get back to me, and so hopefully we'll have a conversation in the next few weeks. But yeah. So but my thinking was, look, there's like one gentleman's club here in town, and it's kind of like a landmark almost, right? It's been around for like 40, 50 years, right? And so I was telling you on Messenger, it's like a landmark. Why not just make? And there's only one location. There's like one. There's no other. Not, at least not that I know of, in San Jose. There's only one. And I'm sure people that used to live in San Jose who now lives in Virginia, right, would love to, oh man, I remember that place. I would love to get a T-shirt. Why wouldn't you want? I mean, you could do that, right?
So that's how you see. When we were talking about that, I misunderstood you, but something like that, absolutely. If it's a landmark, yeah, put it on the live thing. Because like I said, it could be like if you're visiting, I used to go there when I lived there, like you said, right? And you're right. So people, a lot of times, people do searches to find things that, like, from your childhood, right? Like
exactly, right? And it doesn't have to be a gentleman. It could be like a pizzeria. Oh man, I used to go to that pizzeria once a week when I was a kid, right? So I guess you can go that route, right?
Yeah, but these places are not like famous like that place you're talking about, right? So it's different. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. If it's like a food place that's super popular, you can do that, right? I'm saying, because people are, ordering from all over the world. Like, hey, we used to go here, and they got a shirt on Amazon, you can grab it. So that's different. You know what I mean? That's but these are not as popular. Like I said, it's just, I mean, they're popular in my area, but they're not. It's not like
like no one in Miami is gonna buy it. They probably they're like, what the hell is this pizzeria place?
Yeah, exactly, bro. They're not gonna. Oh yeah, whatever pizza, the name of the pizza, Joe's Pizza. Like, what's that?
You'll be surprised, man. People buy some crazy stuff, man.
Oh, I know, but like, I'm just saying, in our city, right? I mean, like, you probably have a pizza place that's good and it's known in that area, but somebody in New York's not gonna buy that. You know what I'm saying? So there's no reason to have that live. When I say they are live, but it's the only the person that sees it is the person that has a link.
Has a link, exactly.
Yeah, that's how that works.
And would you say? I mean, I'm guessing maybe underneath the QR code, for the people that don't use QR codes, you have like a different short link for that, so you're not using Amazon's name in the link.
Yeah, I don't have. I mean, we've tried the link, like maybe with their website or something, but we try to keep it simple. You know what I mean? We it's there's a number on the flyer. There's all kinds of things for people to get information if they want. But I just keep it simple, Glenn. We just have the QR code, and most people have smartphones today. And they see like, oh, this. Look, listen. you have your favorite spot that you probably go to once a week, I would imagine, right? You have a good place you like to go eat, and I know I do. And a lot of people like to support their favorite spot. You know what I'm saying? So they'll buy a T-shirt to when they run that promo again. You know, and they just, oh yeah, come and run the promo. And they just wear the shirt in and get half off or whatever, you know, the meal or whatever it is, or the service. I mean, you can target salons, oil change places. Like I just got off the a guy messaged me. I was on the phone with him yesterday, and he was asking me, there's other places, right? And my parents have been in the hair industry for over 50 years, so I've been around it. So I said, yeah, go to salons because the owners are always there, and they're easier they're very accessible. You know what I mean? But you got to go in when we don't have a client, right? So he did that, and this morning he went to see one, and they have 20 locations.
Jeez.
So you know what I'm saying? That's if you go out enough, this is what I'm saying. I'm waiting for somebody to with this model to just crush me, right? Like, and I see it coming, and like I don't care. Like that will make me feel good. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, this guy did this, right? What's your excuse? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It doesn't cost anything to go and talk to somebody. You know, while you're out with your friends and you go to a place and you see somebody wearing a T-shirt in the business, go talk to them. Just walk up to them. Hey, who does your T-shirts? I'm like, oh, I like your T-shirt or whatever. You know what I mean? You can help them. You know, they don't necessarily like stuff like that. They don't necessarily have to have a promo thing, right? You know what I'm saying? They might have a place where they get their T-shirts done, and you know, you can get them up on Amazon. You know, and they don't have to, and they can order one at a time. You know, so that's how I try to sell it. You know, no inventory.
Yeah, and I think like when I talk to Young is already giving me this answer, but I think for everybody watching and listening, so when you talk to like a manager, owner, or something, and then they say, "All right, print on demand. This is too good to be true. This is gonna cost me nothing. What's the catch here?" What's your response, I guess, to those type of
Well, I just tell them. I said, well, I just tell them, you know, there's a small setup fee because you want to go in like you're a real business, right? You don't want to go in there and to kind of wing it like, oh, yeah, I'm not going to charge you nothing. They take you serious. A business understands that if you're going in and charging for something, that you're a real business, that there's real cost to this. They're not going to know that Glenn, you're going to take their logo and upload it in 3 minutes. Onto your account. You know what I mean? Like you go in and you say, look, I have people that, I mean, you might outsource it, right? To people. So there's, you know, you got to pay somebody to do that, right? That's what you tell a business owner. But, and as far as, how I sell them is you don't have to keep inventory in your business. Most businesses that have T-shirts have some kind of inventory somewhere in the back room, or you know, in the place to give to people, but to be able to have them put their stuff on Amazon and say, hey, the next time you come in, buy our shirt and wear it in, and we can get discounts on some of the stuff in the store. You know, there's you know, be creative.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just giving like, you know, something real easy, a foundation, but I have people like this past like 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks talking to people, like, dude, they have some of the most incredible ideas. And I ask, man, can I implement in my business? That's, you know, so everybody, those are people that's what's nice about networking, you know?
Yeah, no, and Glenn and I, we're huge on networking, right? And you know, I mentioned just a few minutes ago that I might have my first client. So, and I know you said what you said was, you know, you have to charge everyone. This particular individual, I didn't charge a setup fee, right? Because he wanted a 30-day trial. He's actually a friend of mine. He owns a small gym here in town. I was like, you know what? I'll tell you what. Let me get you set up, right? I won't charge you a penny. And then, you know, let's give it a 30-day trial, right? And then what I told him was, you know, after 30 days, we'll revisit the conversation. If you want to continue, great. If not, you know, we'll go our separate ways. No hard feelings. But what I told him was, I was like, dude, this is what you got to do for me, Austin. His name's Austin. I was like, if you want to continue, I'm a man of my word. I'm not going to charge you another penny, but do me a favor as an entrepreneur. Next time you know someone who needs my services, you let them know. You send them my way. So,
Absolutely.
so I'll keep everyone posted on that. But yeah, man. After I
Well,
got off
here,
the phone with you, man,
let
I
me
got
give you
super
guys an
hyped.
example, right? Like a church or a nonprofit or somebody, right? That somebody is doing shirts for a baseball game, or the church is doing some fundraiser. You know, you go in there and you can offer to help them, and just, you know, I don't charge them either. You know, like I'll take $1, for instance,
Hmm.
and then I'll just, when the promotion and everything is over with them, I'll just take that money and just give it back to them as a donation. You know, but they'll tell somebody, like you just said, right? They'll go and
Hmm.
say, hey, you know, Young did my shirts. Oh, really? And then you might end up getting a business or somebody that needs your help that way
Right.
too. You know, so
Right.
that's how I look at that. So that's just another way. I mean, you know, sometimes you have to, you know, like I said, take a little bit less or whatever, but you know, they can refer you to somebody, just like
Right.
you said, you know.
And what I told him was, I was like, just don't tell them that I didn't charge you because I need to charge everyone else. But
Mm,
just don't, don't mention that part. But yeah, I mean, look, you have a course, and we'll talk about that here in a brief moment. Um,
sure.
and I'm enrolled in your course. I'm in
Mhm,
the Facebook group now, and I'm looking at everyone's comments and posts in your Facebook group.
mhm.
And it's like you said, man, we can probably approach um, the local merch method in different ways, right? I mean, you can not charge them and just collect royalties, or you can charge $1,000 for a setup fee and
Mhm.
whatever, right? I mean, there's just,
Absolutely.
I mean, the way you can approach this business, it's just unreal. I mean, so um, are you having issues with customers not getting their shirts like in time? Because so my big selling point was this, and I've had this issue with my own personal Amazon Prime account. I tell customers, look, you can get your stuff within 2 days, 2 to 3 days. Sometimes it takes a little longer. Is that ever an issue with like
Well,
your
let's
clients?
like with the t-shirts, they're Prime eligible, but they don't get, you know, they don't get there in 2 or 3 days. I mean, I had shirts come as early as 3 days, 4, but you know, that's because I think they only have what, two warehouses that or whatever for the,
I think it's Dallas and
yeah.
Pennsylvania.
I mean, the work, I think once they have, you know, more locations, yeah, they'll come in 2 days. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But even though it's, like I said, it's prime, so getting to me, I haven't had any issues. You know, I do the private link, and I know a lot of people are saying, like, when the freeze happened, um, that their stuff was missing. But my account is like established. You know, it's 2.5 years old. You know, the tire company. You know what I mean? So Amazon, I didn't run into any issues with. I mean, actually, when the freeze happened, that was like my best month. Like, you know,
Wow.
on it, I did the tire company sold 111,000 t-shirts, and my royalty was 222,000. So I
For
didn't
that
have,
1 month?
yeah, for the month.
Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah, dude. So I mean, but you see, I don't want to, like, I worked my ass to get here. You know, it's like, you know, there's a lot of work to do that. But you know, like I said, I was at the right, like with the tire company. I overheard a conversation
I
that they
remember you
were
telling me that
having.
story. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell us
so
that story. That's a cool
yeah,
story.
so you know, like I said, I'm a window cleaner by trade, and we clean their structures, right? So we're there bright and early in the morning before they open up inside with cleaning, because they don't want us there cleaning when there's people walking in, so they don't slip or whatever, you know, for insurance purposes, right? So I go in there, I'm listening to two managers talking to each other, complaining about all the t-shirts being in the back, and they're all over the place, and people are walking off with them and stuff like that. And merch had just came out. You know, it just came out, and I was going back and forth with this tire company for 6 months, trying to sell them on like Facebook ads and Google ads and stuff like that. And they would say, "Yeah, you know, we'll think about it." And I didn't think I was going to get them, but when merch came out, I heard that conversation, and as soon as they were done talking to each other, I walked up to the guy and I said, hey, I overheard your conversation. I think I can help you guys. The guy, so of course he's going to listen. And I said, yeah, Amazon has a new platform where you can, you don't have to have inventory, you can order one at a time, and then you could also, and I said, you can have a link for your customers and another link, we have these private links that you can use for your employees, and stuff like that. So the guy was like, yeah, well, let me get you in contact with the regional manager. So I got a meeting with him. I explained to him the whole, what I told this guy, and he's the one that got me the meeting with, I call them the suits, the guys in the boardroom, the ones that decision makers. But I took an attorney with me, a trademark attorney, brought him up there with me. It cost me $2,000 to bring this guy, but I wanted him to hear everything because I don't know all the jargon, right?
Well, we don't know any of that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I was nervous doing this stuff. I'm just a regular guy like you, you guys, I'm working my business and stuff, but I was comfortable enough to talk about merch to these guys, right? So one guy stood up and said, look, man, you're going to save us like $300,000 if we do this. So right there, I knew I had the deal, right? Mm-hmm. So we signed all the contracts, and I walked out with a check for $28,000 for the setup, and then they did all the Facebook ads and all the Google ads and YouTube, and we had this whole package. So and I had the attorney was right there with the contracts, and we signed everything.
And then you give him his $2,000.
Give him $2,000, yeah. Like, so was that?
he was probably pissed because he was like, damn, man, this guy got $28,000 and he's
well, he's a friend too, right?
Okay.
So I could, but even if he charged me freaking $10,000, I don't care.
Right.
I was just trying to get. The
fact is, you want to land that deal.
Yeah, I want to land a deal. I mean, if he charged me the whole thing, I mean, I just wanted to get that client because look how much they're selling now. It's insane. Right. But they're doing these they do this every quarter. They do these crazy promotions of you buy one tire and you get 3 free. It's insane. Like that's why
you buy one tire, you get 3 free.
One tire and get 3 free.
Okay, yeah. Give us the name of this. Give us the name of this tire. Give us the name of this tire place. I need to go buy my tires there.
I might tell you off the air, bro.
I'm messing with you, man. Yeah. You don't have to tell us, but
no, man, I don't need. No, I've been.
No, but I think that's great, man.
Sharing something, and then like people are calling the place, and the owner got so pissed off at me. Like, Mike, I'm trying to run a business. What is all this stuff? So sorry.
That's a great story, though. That's a great story.
Hey, young, show me all your T-shirts on your,
right.
Show me all your designs, man. I want to,
every now and then I get those messages, man. Hey, why don't you show us some of your designs? I'm like, come on.
I mean, I would never ask you or your own friend.
Right.
Yeah, bro, show me your designs. It's not like I would do anything anyway, but it's just out of respect thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, so here's the thing, Mike. Okay, this is. Glenn and I, we talk on a regular basis, and I was telling him in private, I was like, look, man, a couple of weeks ago, I was in a funk, man. I was discouraged, I was frustrated because, I was doing the whole merch just like everyone else, right? Just doing research, following trends, trying to find designs, trying to make designs, and it was just. And, with whatever is going on with Amazon right now, no one's really selling anything. And I was really discouraged, man. I was in a funk, and I, as crazy as this sounds, I was even thinking, man, is this even worth doing anymore, right? I mean, Glenn will tell you, I was just like, man, this is stupid, right? Mm-hmm. Nothing's selling. I'm freaking selling like 3 shirts a day now, which is like nothing. Mm-hmm. And then when I heard your story, man, it's like something just, dude, it's like I was telling Glenn, it's like I got a kick in the ass again, and I'm excited again.
But you're not the only one saying this, though. I get messages in my inbox with people on 12K tier, and it's an endless grind because it is a grind. It's like people are making a couple of grand, but then what about the stuff that doesn't sell? It falls off, and then you got to replace that. They were saying that's why when they heard me doing this stuff. Because it's, think about it. Like I said, it's a real life business, and they're making sales every day. They're not in the business just to open up a place and nothing happens. So it's a different, you know what I'm saying? You see the power, you know, throwing up a design, that's different. You know, it's like, okay, well, hopefully it's sell, or you have to do some type of ads or something to this, to get it to sell. I mean, I don't know. I didn't even know like what I would do, you know, but I knew from the beginning that I didn't want to do that model. Because I remember the Teespring days, right? You know, you had. Do you remember Teespring when it was popular?
No, I do. Did you ever mess with Teespring?
Yes, I have, and it's you know, it's the same thing, bro. You know, you do a promotion, and you know, it's different than merch. You know, I mean, you actually have to have so many sales in order for them to print whatever it is.
Right.
You know? So,
right.
Yeah, that's. I mean, look, there's people killing it with that model, but to me, it's a failed model. It really, I mean, like, you know, I'm sorry, I don't want to try to hurt somebody's feelings, but that's just me. I mean, I know maybe Glenn's killing it. I don't know.
No, but here's the thing. It's like I was telling Glenn, dude, every day I'm in fear. Okay. And if there's anyone that talks about this, it's me. I always say this. I'm always in fear of having my account suspended, right? Because you never know, right? Someone can file some frivolous trademark, and all of a sudden, my best-selling shirt that I know is not trademark, all of a sudden, some Joe Schmo comes along, decides to trademark that term, and now my account's in jeopardy, or there's copycats, and just all kinds of issues, right?
Yeah,
the beauty of your model is, like you were saying, man, there is no copycats. You don't mess with keywords. All you do is just send out private links to the owners of the business, and you're set.
They got big. The thing is, too young, they have big email lists too.
They have big email lists.
Yeah, they just drive all that. They're doing all the work. Like I'm just hosting the design on my account. That's it. You know, and then I'm doing. Of course, I'm doing the admin and sending them in. Like I said, you were asking the other day. I just have them. We set them up on PayPal now instead of just doing a check. You know what I mean? But yeah, like if you're going to take this serious as a business, some of the things you want to do is file an LLC, you know, a company, so you can 1099 them, right? You know, before tax time every year. You know, there's some cost to it. You know, get a contract, spend $200-300 on a contract. Go to a trademark attorney, spend $200 or $300, and tell them what you want. You know what I mean? And they'll do all that for you. And you pay for that once, and you can use it over and over again.
Just change the name of the business.
Exactly. Just something that you can kind of generic, but you don't want to just use something off of LegalZoom or one of those, you know, a website. You know, to go to an attorney, spend the money.
Right.
And you're done. And then now you have it forever, and you just walk in and like, now as far like, so just, I'll give you some more stuff. When you get the design from the your client, you know, the business, make sure you get a permission letter. Okay, getting permission to upload that design, you have to send that into merch support, and they're pretty quick about, you know, responding back saying, hey, we got your, you know, we got your, you know, your email, and you can upload. You know what I'm saying? So you make sure you do that, or it's gonna get rejected. And you can do that. The owner does that for you, right? And you can do that on their letterhead or some type of document or something, right? And have them just give Yang permission to use this logo on, you know, Amazon site, whatever, you know, real simple.
Now let me ask you. So, for instance, okay, we'll use that pizzeria again as an example. Okay, let's say they have a series of different designs, right? Instead of just one design, they now have 10 different designs. Do you have to email customer support every time?
No, it's one letter. That's what I'm saying. You got to ask them. You know, if they have 10 designs, just say that you want the owner of the designs to say, yes, I give Yang permission to use these 10 designs.
Okay.
Real simple. You know,
but then if there's a new design that comes up later down the road, then you would have to submit it.
Yes, you'd have to get permission. Yes, absolutely.
I got you.
Anything new that you do with them down the road, yes, make sure. You know, if you don't, you'll get rejected. So I'm just trying to save you guys headache from all that stuff too. And it's merch support. You know, running your account. You know, merch whatever. It was
Yeah,
just
I
right.
emailed them last night, and I haven't heard a response yet. They're probably gonna suspend my account, dude. They're like, this fucking
Why do
punk.
you think that? What makes
No, man, it's just me
I'm
trying to be.
thinking
It's
of
me
the
trying to be funny. It's me trying to
okay.
be. Be like,
Poor guy,
what
man.
are we
Like,
talking about, man? No, it's just trying to be. This is just me trying to be silly, but no, it's just I'm just my problem is, man. I just want to dive right into it. I'm
mhm.
just not being patient, but I know at some point
Now,
they'll
dude, just
because he wrote a nice letter
mhm.
on his letterhead and said, like, man, I give Young permission. Um, he's not violating any
You,
trademark.
you even messaged me last night, man.
Oh
I
yeah,
said,
I messaged you. I was like, oh man, I just can't wait. And
dude, I'm like,
Mike's
chill,
just like,
man. I'll happen. You
like, just
know?
be patient, grasshopper.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes time. Like I said, this is look, and I'm not going to say to you guys, "Oh, this is easy." What I'm doing, it
No,
takes
it's not.
it
No,
takes work to, I'm not going to say like, I know they've seen the promotion from the dojo, and you can do this and that. I'm here to tell you, either model takes work, and it takes a lot of work, right?
no, and you know what, Mike? I'm glad you bring that up, man. Because I tell you what, man. And I really mean this. I think you are the epitome of someone who's a go-getter. You're hardworking. I can see it. I can tell every time you tell your story, man. It's just so inspiring. The guy is out there just grinding and hustling, and it's like, how can we not love your story, man? It's like, I love you, I love your story, I love your personality. I mean, I love everything about you, man. I mean, you are like the epitome of a hardworking individual.
I appreciate that, but like I said, I've been in the window cleaning industry 25 years, so I have a lot of business experience. I just took my skill from that and applied it to merch.
Hmm.
I'm really good with sales. I'm really good at face to face talking to people, and pulling stuff out of them to find out what the business like. What are your slow days,
Right.
right? And we do campaigns called T-shirt Tuesday for them, so we can bring in. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, I worked my ass off for the last 2.5 years. I kind of went on the ground and then just kind of work this, and that I don't got time for Facebook. You know what I mean? I'm doing merch, and I have a window cleaning business. You know what I'm saying? That we're working on a 30-story building right now.
Hmm.
But we do residential is my main business, but I'm doing a building for a customer that's is a builder friend. So I wasn't planning on it. It just came onto my lap, from knowing. That's what I'm saying. From why I'm successful in my window cleaning business. I do good work. And it's word of mouth. I mean, I'm telling you, be patient. This will snowball for you. I promise you. If you
I'm
just
sure. I'm sure it will. You know what? Like I said, a lot of it's just trying to be funny and just being silly.
no, but I mean, just saying, just keep go. Like get cards made, have them with you
Hmm.
when you're going out with your friends or whatever. You're gonna run it. You might go in to get a drink or whatever you do. And you see the people wearing the T-shirts for the business. Talk to them.
Yeah. No. I was just telling Glenn right before you came on. I was like, look, I haven't had because I'm a designer by trade. I was like,
Mhm.
I haven't had a website that showcases my skills
You don't have
for
to.
forever because I've been employed for the last 13 years. I've
Mm-hmm.
never had a reason to, but now I'm going to have to create my own website
Mm-hmm.
and offer that service. And so, like you said, so when I present someone a business card, they go to my website and they see that I'm a legitimate, I'm offering something legitimate, right?
Here, let me elaborate on that. Right, I've been doing this 2.5 years. I didn't have a website either.
Hmm.
You don't need, so don't make that like you listen. You don't just go out. Okay, you don't worry about everything being perfect. You'll figure that out later. Now I'm
Right.
going to do all this stuff like you're saying, because now I'm like everywhere, right? So I just like what I do with customers. They can go to my page. You know what I'm saying? I bring them there and I show them. But I'm going to be doing all this stuff now. That's what I'm working on, because I want to do my plan is to open up a group next month and do a university and everything, and I'm going to teach, like I said, like high-end stuff, that nobody's teaching. Everybody's teaching one thing, and you know, um, you can't copy everything that everybody's doing, right? You have to put your own spin. I'm sure
Yeah. I
Glenn.
mean, everyone
I'm
has
sure
to add
Glenn
their
is
own
good at
little.
what he do. I seen Glenn's channel. Like I watch his videos. He's like he's a friggin' hustler, man. You know, like he's an example of that, of what he, you know, not with just merch, but with what he's doing. You know, getting shoes and games. Like I seen him at Christmas time getting all his stuff, bro. Like I'm like that. No, but that like people like him inspire me. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a young guy going out and doing this stuff, you know. And I have mad respect for people like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure he has his own little thing, a little spin on how he does things. Everybody does. That's successful.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. And so Mike, like I said, he's inspired by some of the stuff that I do. Yang's inspired by the stuff that you do. Therefore, Yang is a big fan of me. So see how it all works together?
Hey, just pipe down, okay? Just settle down, okay? When you talk about being humble, this guy's over here being arrogant, huh? Oh my gosh, no, man. But no, you know what? In you know, all jokes aside, no, I'm obviously inspired by Mike. But Glenn, you and I were just talking before Mike came on, and man, I was like, Glenn was telling me, he's like, yeah, man. He goes, I really enjoy eBay, right? And I was telling him, I was like, man, to this day, I can't stand eBay because I hate listing and taking photos. But Glenn, man, he's just like, oh, I love it. I love doing that stuff, man.
And you know what? A lot of people don't love it, right?
Yeah.
So guess what Glenn's doing? He's cashing in.
He's cashing in, dude. Yeah, he was showing me his numbers when we were in the Seattle conference.
Oh, I know
back in September. I nearly shot it on myself. I'm like, dude, you made that much this month? He goes, yeah.
Because nobody wants to do it.
Nobody wants to do it.
This guy just like he enjoys it. So he's you know, he's reaping from that.
Right. No, absolutely, man. I mean, everyone has their own hustle, and you know, here's my thing, man. I'm at that point in my life where, you know, it's always been my personal goal to do $10,000 a month on merch. And I think with the local merch method, I think I can make that happen.
Listen, I could tell you right now, if you just follow what I'm showing, you can ask me questions.
Yeah,
you can make like I can teach you in my sleep how to make an extra $3,000 to $5,000.
Yeah,
and absolutely. And we'll scale if you just keep going and doing it. You know. And people say, hey, you're gonna go see Young about your shirts or whatever it is. That's what happens.
Right. So let me ask you, man. Are you gonna at some point? I mean, because you're obviously making good money on merch. Do you ever think about shutting down the business, or you just enjoy it? And
you mean merch?
No, your window cleaning business.
Well, that's the goal. I'm not shutting it down. I mean, like selling it. You know what I mean? My window cleaning business does $500,000.
Good for you. Good for you, man.
But it's hard to walk away from that. You know what I'm saying? It's still so if I make enough doing merch, but here's the thing: when I'm doing that, my mind's at merch.
You're like me, man. I'm always thinking merch. I'm always thinking merch.
It's getting to that point. You know what I'm saying? So I know I can sell off my business and then use that money to invest a little bit more, right? But also, I know I can. Then you get to a point in your life with anything, right? Like you want to go on your own as an entrepreneur. You got to quit the job to do that, right? That's where I'm at, with stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'm ready to be done with that. 25 years. I mean, I'm good. I want to really I want to get into I like help. Like, look, listen, you can talk to everybody. A bunch of people. We know a bunch of people, right? In the Jersey group, California, right? Just talk to them. I've talked to Debbie and Mary, and you.
When you and I talked, and you were dropping Debbie's name. I was like, I love Debbie and Mary, and
you asked them about me, right? I gave them time on the phone. Yeah. I would do the same for Glenn too, man.
And this is the thing that I was telling Glenn. I was like, dude, I was like, Glenn, I know you haven't talked to Mike yet, but this guy is genuinely freaking. He's a good guy. Yeah. He wants to help people.
That's to me. We were typing, right? And you said, hey, can we just talk? I'm like, yeah, sure. And we talked for 30 minutes. Right?
And Glenn knows, man. You know what? After 5 minutes of just texting back each other, I'll be like, dude, let me just call you. It's just I do that all the time. Yeah. I just get sick and tired of typing. But no, I was telling Glenn, I was like, dude, I just got off the phone with Mike, man. The guy is so genuine. He's so humble. He just wants to help people. But you know what? Let's talk about your course. And here's the thing. And I know what people are going to say. They're like, oh my gosh, this is another course that they're trying to sell us on. Look, I've already said this. Look, if you guys want to message Mike and ask him with questions, I'm almost 100% that he would respond to every single one of you. But it's not fair for Mike. I would just say this. I would say purchase his course. Okay. I'm personally enrolled in it. You have a Facebook group that's that's linked to the course, and you're very active in there, and there's other individuals in there as well. Um, and I would say if you guys want to support Mike, buy the course. Tell us about the course. So what is $197, right?
I'll tell you this, guys. Here's the thing. And like, listen, you guys don't know. Like, I don't really push my stuff. You know what
You
I mean?
don't.
I tell
And you
people,
don't have to. I tell people
go to my page and look at my free stuff. But I can tell you this much: if you make the investment, you know, I'll get on a call with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'll get on a call. Yeah. But bring your questions. Be prepared. Bring your questions, and he had a ton of questions for me. Right? Did I answer you? I mean, and this is before we even knew each other, right?
I don't even know if you sleep, man, because it'll be like 1 a.m. I type something and you respond like within 2 minutes, man. The guy's like a cyborg.
No, but people are be serious about doing this stuff, I'll help you get, like, I'll get on the call, bring your questions, and, I'll spend, you talk to Debbie and talk to Mary. Okay. I spent quite a bit of time on the phone with them. They were grilling me with questions. Okay. Right. And I answered every single one. So I would do that with anybody, but, I said, take it serious. Don't come in and be prepared, come in. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Then guys, listen, at the end of the day, I'm a real guy. I'm not a marketer. I don't make my money selling courses. Right. I do this every single day of my life. Okay. Right. I'm like all of you. I have
but here's the thing, Mike. Like I said, you don't have to push the course, man. Okay. Mm-hmm. I just brought it up because I know I'm enrolled in it. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna push it. I'll do the pushing for you, man. Yeah, look, if you guys are interested, okay, I'm highly recommending that you guys take the course. I'm in the Facebook group. They just added me. I think it was yesterday. Mm-hmm. And if you guys have any questions, tag Mike. Because if you guys don't tag him, he won't see the questions. Mm-hmm. But if you have a direct questions, tag him. The guy responds within minutes. It's unreal.
Well, here's the thing too: is if you're really serious about it, I'll give you full access to me. I mean, like people, like you really want to we can talk through Messenger, Skype. I'll give you my number.
No, that's the thing, man. Yeah, I think you would do it for free, but I'm just saying I don't want people to do that. I don't want people to take advantage of you. Oh, well, if Young's saying that Mike's such a nice guy, well, why do I have to pay for the course? No, I'm just gonna direct message. Don't do that, guys. Look,
you got to make.
He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Just support him, buy the course, and then you can get support that way. Okay, that's what I've done.
Yeah, I don't think Young and them will do that either. Don't. I mean, be respectful. If I would go. I'm just saying with Glenn, like if I wanted to know something about what he's doing, send him a message, and if he has time, don't like ask for free stuff from him.
Right. Look, we all get messages all the time, right? I'm no freaking expert. I say this all the time. I'm not an expert. Mm-hmm. I'm no guru, but people want to know my strategy, and I get messages all the time, and I respond to every single one of them, right? Just don't message me with like 30 questions, asking me for like everything, every little single mm-hmm. thing that I do. But I'm sure if you have a question or two, Mike will be more than happy to respond. But otherwise, I would say, look, man, support the guy, support his course, and just, I'm telling you, I'm currently enrolled and I'm learning a lot. So, and I might have my first client already.
I was like, you and I literally talk, and then the next day you like, hey, I got my first potential client. Like, how cool is that? That makes me feel good. I mean, okay, so whatever, if it doesn't work out, you got him to, maybe tell somebody about you. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
It's not that hard, guys. Really, like what I do, it's not hard. Just talk to people.
I think it's more trial and error, more just like everything else that you would do just on every other platform. And I also think that probably your first I'm guessing like first 1 or 2 clients is going to be the hardest because you have to figure out like
course, right.
what kind of forms am I going to have or what I want them to do? How am I going to explain it and talk about it? But I'm pretty sure after that, when you have a system in place, okay, now I know what I'm doing. Now I know how to approach this. Now it's a lot easier to keep
just
them going.
make a little, guys, make a little bit of investment on yourself. And never remember, like, if you're going to take this serious as a business, like get cards. Get samples of get a sample of the standard, get a sample of the premium. Find a good mock-up site that you can take their logo and do a mock-up and show them on your phone or show them on your tablet or whatever. Go on and treat this. Don't treat this as like a hobby or anything. If you treat this, seriously, I guarantee you. I keep preaching this on all the videos that I do. You can make a nice living with 3 clients. At the end of the day, when it's not just about selling a T-shirt, and if I'm here to help, but I'm leading my clients into doing Facebook ads, where you can lock them in for $1,000 to $1,500 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And how many clients do you need to do that? If you have 3 clients, it's $3,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what the thing with the other way. I mean, how many designs then you're waiting for your artist to do stuff and. You got to. That's mind-boggling to me. Uploading, even I can upload 500 shirts a day with my account. Do I do that? No.
Huh.
I don't know how. I don't know how you can even even with 100 shirts a day, right? I don't know how people do it.
I do maybe 20 at most.
But that's a lot of time, though. Even if
it is a lot of time.
If somebody gave you 100 designs every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's still, how many hours is that going to take you all day to do that, bro? I don't want to do it.
Absolutely, man. I'm so excited, man. I'm really encouraged by what you've done, and
I'm glad, man. I'm glad that I think everybody, not only you, is because they were kind of getting bummed about merch and sad.
Oh yeah, dude. I was in a funk.
I don't wish bad. It's not, guys. It's not really. Amazon's not throttling anything. You just have to do things different than 2.5 years ago. Throwing a design up and doing keywords, and that's not going to work anymore. Amazon's kind of doing this shifting, and they want to work with brands and partnerships and stuff like that. And you have to think of those things, like what Ken does. He reaches out to artists, and they got artists don't know how to throw their stuff up on merch or nothing. You can team up with them, if you want to stick to that model. You can team up with them and help them get their shirt up on Amazon. You know what I mean? And the sky's the limit with this, really, guys. I'm just teaching one little thing, and like I said, I talked to hundreds of people over the last month almost, and these people have brilliant ideas. I don't know everything. I really don't. I stick. I'm the type of guy that I stick to one thing, and I just rinse and repeat. I'm not one to kind of venture off a lot. I don't have the shiny object.
Mm-hmm.
I state, this is what works for me and this is what I do. But people come to me like, oh man, I can implement. It's something simple that I can implement and make an extra, $5 or $10 grand, over a year or something.
No, I'm telling you, man, ever since that conversation, dude, when I'm out driving or something, I'm looking at restaurants and I'm looking at businesses, and in my mind, I'm wondering, oh man, should I go in there? And it's completely changed the way I look at this business.
Walk through the mall.
Yeah.
Just look. I mean, if you look at when you're walking through the mall, they have signage in the windows, 50% off or 20% off or something on something in the store. Mm-hmm. You can go in there and, you can present them with a T-shirt idea and say, hey, we can get you on Amazon. You can have the people wear the T-shirt into the business, have your people wear the T-shirt into the business and give them discounts on your merchandise in the store. There's so much you can do. You know what I'm saying? So don't be so limited to, but like at the end of the day, guys, I'm not going to say that you got to go out and look, this business model, you have to go and talk to a client. Don't think you're going to go in and get a client without having to talk to them. Maybe, no, seriously, right?
I'm laughing. I'm agreeing. I was just going to say, if you're an introvert, just get over that.
Yeah. Just it's not, just talk to them, man. They're not going to bite. They put their pants on like you do, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They're real people. You'd be surprised. Some people are really they take to this, right? Like, oh, that's cool. they never heard of merch. They never heard. Go around, like I said, go around the mall and talk to 100 people. I guarantee you, every person you talk to never heard of merch, but
Yeah.
they knew Amazon though.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm so excited, man. But hey, Mike, thank you. I know it's been like an hour, and I swear I can
Oh, it's
talk to you.
okay, dude.
I can
I'm
talk
here.
to you for like another 2 hours, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
no.
hey, you're down in La Jolla, right?
I live in Vista, which is, I mean, I'm 30 minutes from La Jolla.
Okay.
Like
How far how far is that from Orange County?
Orange County, that's not, I'm 45 minutes, like Orange, or like the OC. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the
Is that
OC.
where you live?
No, that's where my parents live.
Yeah,
I live in
I'm
San
like
Jose.
45 minutes from there.
Dude, I'm next time I go down there,
Yeah, we'll meet. Yeah,
let's
absolutely.
link
I
up,
love,
dude.
like,
I'll buy you lunch, or dinner at one of those pizzeria places.
whatever you want to do, bro.
And let me
I'll
pick your
buy you
brain.
lunch. How's that, bro?
No, let me
Whatever,
pick your
man.
brain. Lunch is on me. I promise.
Yeah, absolutely. You let me know, and I'd love to meet you, bro. And I
Yeah,
know you're up.
seriously.
You're in Frisco, right?
San Jose,
San
Bay
Jose.
Area. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
absolutely.
like Ritzy area, right? Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's crazy expensive up here.
Expensive, man.
It's crazy.
You
We
better,
were
you
just
better get some
talking
merch game
about
on
that. We were just talking about that before we went on air about how
it. It's
expensive it is.
expensive up there, man.
Oh gosh,
I
man.
don't know
But
how you do it, man. I don't know.
I don't either, man. That's why I
I
gotta
do
make
pretty
this
good,
work.
and I mean, what is rent there? Like, it's got to be crazy.
Dude,
Like,
I have a 1 bedroom duplex. I'm paying 2,000. That's just rent alone. Yeah.
we better get this guy on.
That's why I gotta make this work, man.
You gotta get him in here.
That's why I'm doing the lurker, the local merch method, man.
Yeah,
Mike,
that will help you afford that place. You know what I mean?
dude, thank you so much, man. I swear, man, I can talk to you forever. But guys, the course, the link to the course will be in the show notes. Glenn, I'll send you the link as well for your channel. Mike, thank you so much, man. This means so much to me to,
Yeah.
the fact that we finally talk face to face.
Mhm.
And man, hey, if there's anything that I can do for you, and
Well, you're a designer. I might have to. I might have some.
hit us up, man. Hit us up, seriously.
Now, Glenn, like this is the first time, man. I'm like, but I know who you are. I've been following you for a long time. This guy's doing good things too, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot for coming on the show, because Yang had talked to you about it, and we're just happy that you're able to come on and share the whole story, and of course help others that are listening and watching.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was so excited. I was so excited that you were coming on.
Dude. Like, I'm really glad to connect with both you guys. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, seriously, if you ever want some work done, man, hit us up.
I will. Absolutely. I'll take you up on that, bro.
Yeah. Do it. Well, thanks so much, and we'll catch up soon.
All right, brother. Thanks.
What an awesome guest. Dude, what you think?
Awesome, dude. And kind of what you told me before, like, he's willing to help. And that was like the most important thing. That's one of the first things that you told me even before we even interviewed him. Like,
yeah,
just a really good guy, giving guy.
Yeah.
That wants to help out. And
I just started talking to the guy earlier in the week, and now we're like freaking BFFs, right? I mean, we're like messaging each other all the time, and I'm just so grateful for his time, and but I mean, such a nice guy, so humble, right?
Yeah.
So humble. And you know what? If there's anyone that we want people to succeed, is people like him, man. Just a down to earth guy, always willing to help everyone, doesn't complain. He's a hardworking individual. I mean, he's a great guy. And I'm sure we'll have him back on the show here in the near future, because
yes, sir.
Like I said, man, I can talk to this guy for days. Glenn, where can people find you?
hustlerhacks1@gmail.com. Email me, ask me whatever, or here on YouTube.
Yes, and you guys can email me at YONG at geekhustle.com, or as always, just message me on Facebook or tag me there. And otherwise, guys, that was a wealth of information. Please go take action, and we'll see you next week.